Hello, and welcome to the English Learning Podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something very important for many people around the world: how to speak English fluently. Now, maybe you've been learning English for a while. You know some grammar, you know many words. But when it's time to speak, you feel nervous. You stop. You forget words. Or maybe you don't feel confident at all. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. Speaking English fluently is a dream for many people. And the good news is, it's possible for you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know every word. You just need to learn the right way and practice the right way. In this episode, I'm going to help you. I'll explain what fluency really means, why many learners struggle, and I'll give you simple tips that really work. This episode is made for you, the English learner. I'll use easy words, short sentences, and clear ideas. So even if your English is not very strong right now, you can understand and learn. Are you ready? Let's start your journey to speaking English fluently. So, what does it mean to be fluent in English? Many people think fluency means speaking perfect English, no mistakes, no pauses, no thinking. But that's not true. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being able to speak easily and smoothly. You can express your ideas. You can join conversations. You don't stop too much to think. That is fluency. Even native speakers make small grammar mistakes or forget words sometimes, but they keep speaking. That's what you should do too. Think of fluency like this. You can speak English the way you speak your native language, naturally, without too much stress. Now, let's talk about some common myths about fluency. Myth 1. You need to know thousands of words to be fluent. Not true. You only need the most common words and phrases for daily conversation. You don't need big, difficult words. Myth 2. You must speak fast to be fluent. Nope. Speed is not fluency. Even if you speak slowly, if your ideas are clear and your sentences flow, that's fluency. Myth 3. Grammar must be perfect. Again, not true. Basic grammar is important, yes. But if you stop too much to think about grammar, it breaks the flow. Focus more on communication. So remember this: fluency means speaking naturally. Fluency is about communication, not perfection. Fluency is something you can build with practice. All right, now that we know what fluency really means, let's talk about the pizza nans. Biggest challenges learners face when trying to speak English fluently. Now, before we learn how to speak English fluently, let's talk about something important. What stops many learners from becoming fluent? There are some common problems that almost every English learner faces. If you have these challenges too, don't worry. It's normal. And the good news is, you can fix them. Let's go through the biggest challenges. 1. Fear of making mistakes. This is a big one. Many learners are afraid to speak because they don't want to make mistakes. Maybe they feel shy. Maybe they're scared people will laugh. But let me tell you something. Making mistakes is part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. The more you speak, the more you improve. So don't be afraid. Mistakes are your friends. 2. Not enough. Practice. Some learners know English in their heads, but they don't use it enough in real life. They don't speak often. And when you don't speak, you forget. Fluency needs practice, just like playing a sport or a musical instrument. You can't just study. You have to use the language. 3. Thinking in your native language. This is very common. When you try to speak English, you first think in your own language, then translate in your head. This takes time, and it makes speaking slow and difficult. To be fluent, you need to learn how to think in English. We'll talk more about this in the tips section. 4. Lack of confidence. Many learners don't believe in themselves. They think, my English is not good enough. But confidence is a skill. You can grow it. The more you try, the better you feel. 5. Being too focused on grammar. Grammar is important. But if you only focus on rules, it will stop your flow. When speaking, communication is more important than perfect grammar. So, if you face any of these problems, it's okay. You're not alone. And now, you're in the right place to learn how to beat them. Next, we'll talk about the most important part of this episode: simple and powerful tips to become fluent in English. Are you ready? Let's go! All right. Now it's time for the most important part of this episode. Let's talk about how you can become fluent in English. I'm going to share with you some simple but powerful tips. These tips are easy to understand and easy to follow. But remember, they only work if you practice them. Let's start with the first tip. Tip 1. Practice speaking. Every day, speaking is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets weak. So, try to speak English every single day, even for just 5 or 10 minutes. You can talk to yourself, describe what you see, talk about your day. For example, say, I am brushing my teeth. I am going to the market. This helps your brain get used to English. And if you have someone to talk to, like a friend or language partner, great. But even speaking alone helps a lot. Tip 2. Listen more to speak better. If you want to speak well, you need to listen well. Listening helps you learn how English sounds, the rhythm, the pronunciation, the sentence patterns. So, listen to English every day. It can be English podcasts, YouTube videos, movies or shows, songs or audiobooks. Try to listen and repeat what you hear. It helps you learn naturally, like a child learns to speak. Tip 3. Think in English. This one is very important. Many learners try to translate from their own language into English, but that takes time, and it makes speaking slower. Instead, train your brain to think in English directly. Start with small things. For example, when you see a cup, say in your mind, "This is a cup." When you are hungry, think, "I want to eat something." With practice, your mind will start working in English. That's a big step toward fluency. All right, so we've talked about the mindset, the challenges, and the tips to speak English fluently. But what can really help you move faster? The answer is tools and resources. There are many free and easy tools out there that can support your learning. Let me share a few of the best ones that are great for English learners. 1. English learning apps. Apps are easy to use and perfect for daily practice. Here are some I recommend. Duolingo, fun and simple for learning vocabulary and grammar. HelloTalk connects you with native English speakers so you can chat and practice. Elsa Speak helps you improve your pronunciation with speaking exercises. 2. YouTube channels. YouTube is full of great English teachers. Some good ones for learners. Speak English with Mr. Duncan Clear. Fun lessons. English Addict, great for vocabulary and listening practice. BBC Learning English, professional and useful for real-world English. 3. Podcasts. Yes, just like this one. Podcasts are great for listening practice. You can listen while walking, driving, or relaxing. Look for The English We Speak, BBC All Ears English, ESL Pod 4. English subtitled shows and movies. Watching English TV with subtitles is one of the best ways to learn naturally. Start with subtitles in your language, then switch to English subtitles as you improve. Some good shows: Friends, The Office, or anything on Netflix with easy language. 5. Online dictionaries and translators. Use tools like Cambridge Dictionary for meanings and example sentences. Google Translate for quick translation. Youglish.com shows how words are used in real videos. 6. Flashcard tools. Use flashcards to remember words and phrases. Anki or Quizlet, great for creating your own vocabulary lists. Remember, these tools are just helpers. The real magic happens when you use them every day, with a little bit of time and a lot of consistency. Now, let's talk about something very important. Mistakes that stop people from becoming fluent in English. Many English learners work hard, but they don't improve much. Why? Because they make some common mistakes. Let's go through them so you can avoid them and save time. Mistake 1. Focusing too much on grammar. Grammar is important, yes? But if you focus only on rules, you may be afraid to speak. Remember, communication is more important than perfection. When you speak, it's okay to make small grammar mistakes, as long as people understand you. Speak freely. Don't wait to be perfect. Mistake 2. Not speaking enough. Many learners study English for years, but don't speak it. Fluency comes from speaking, not just reading or writing. Make it a habit to speak English every day, even if you're just talking to yourself. Mistake 3. Comparing yourself to others. Everyone learns at a different speed. Don't say, "That person is better than me." Instead, say, "I am better than I was yesterday." Be patient and keep going. Your progress matters. Mistake 4. Using only one method. Some people only read books. Others only watch videos. But real fluency needs a mix. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Use different methods so your brain gets used to English in every way. Mistake 5. Being afraid to make mistakes. This is one of the biggest problems. Learners stay quiet because they're scared to be wrong. But here's a secret. Mistakes are good. They show you what to improve. So don't be silent. Be brave and speak. Mistake 6. Giving up too early. Learning a language takes time. Sometimes you feel stuck. That's normal. But the ones who keep going are the ones who succeed. So don't give up. Your fluency is closer than you think. All right, we've covered a lot today. We've talked about the challenges, tips, and tools to help you speak English fluently. But there's one last thing I want to remind you of. Your mindset is just as important as your practice. Language learning is not always easy. There will be days when you feel frustrated. There will be moments when you feel like you're not improving. But let me tell you, you are improving. Even if it feels slow, every time you speak or listen, your brain is learning. Here's how to stay motivated. 1. Stay confident. Don't be afraid to speak. Believe in yourself. Even if you make mistakes, that's okay. The most important thing is you are trying, and that's what matters most. Be proud of yourself for every step you take. 2. Celebrate your progress. Every time you learn a new word, understand something better, or have a conversation in English, that's a win. Celebrate it. Take time to notice how far you've come, even if it's just a little improvement. Every bit counts 3. Be patient, remember. Fluency doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. Sometimes it may feel like you're not making progress, but I promise you, you are. The more you practice, the more you will grow. 4. Enjoy the process. Try to make learning fun. Watch movies you like in English. Listen to music, podcasts, or anything that excites you. The more fun you have with English, the easier it will be to stay motivated. 5. Don't give up. There will be hard days, but don't give up. Everyone has challenges. Just keep going. And in time, you will see the results. One day, you'll look back and realize how much you've improved. Keep the vision of fluency in your mind and keep moving forward. Final thoughts. To wrap it up, fluency in English is possible for you. It's not about being perfect. It's about being brave, practicing every day, and enjoying the journey. Keep these tips in mind. Use the tools we talked about. Avoid the mistakes I mentioned. And most importantly, stay patient and positive. You've got this. So, let's take action today. Try speaking English for just a few minutes. Think in English. Listen to an English podcast. Do something small every day. The more you practice, the closer you get to fluency. Thanks for listening. And remember, fluency is a journey. Keep walking, one step at a time. And that's a wrap on today's episode of How to Speak English Fluently. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. 1. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being able to communicate naturally and confidently. The biggest challenges you might face are fear of mistakes, lack of practice, and translating from your native language. But don't worry, you can overcome these. 3. We covered key tips like practicing every day, listening more, thinking in English, and speaking with others. 4 useful tools and resources like apps, YouTube channels, podcasts, and flashcards will help you stay on track and keep improving. 5. We also talked about the mistakes to avoid, like focusing too much on grammar or comparing yourself to others. The most important thing to remember is fluent English is within your reach. Stay confident. Be patient. Celebrate every small victory. And keep practicing every day. You're not alone on this journey. Every step you take is progress. Before I finish, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Today, speak English for at least 5 minutes, whether you talk to yourself, practice some phrases, or have a quick chat with a friend. Just keep speaking and practicing, because that's how you grow. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you feel more confident and ready to continue your journey to fluency. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more tips, and share this episode with anyone who might find it helpful. Until next time, keep practicing, stay positive, and remember, you are fluent in progress.